Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, I'm Spirit Medium Laura, your host of this radio show. I've been channeling spirit for over 30 years and recently was chosen for the 2014 book 100 Top Psychics in America. Here's how to love your readings on this radio show. L is for let spirit lead. O is for only one question or connection per caller. V is for validate all advice of a licensed professional. And E is for enjoy the show. Stay tuned for additional announcements. Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in this evening. And I'm tired this evening. Maybe that's good because usually when you're very sleepy, it's a good thing for connecting with the other side or connecting with spirit for your own personal messages. So let me just get to the announcements. As you know, this is The Mix, which is a mix of mediumship, channeling, actually there's some channeling in the beginning, and messages about your own life. And the first 30 minutes or so I'll focus in on mediumship and a little bit of channeling, and then after that I'll get into a mix of life questions, life answers, and I will continue with some mediumship depending on what's in the queue. We have a very loaded switchboard this evening, and as many of you know, to call in early, which I appreciate, thank you, but now everybody's doing that, so it's getting a little bit more difficult to get to everybody there. But if you do like the messages that you're hearing, you might as well register to win a free reading with me, a free session with me. All you need to do to get in to win is join my mailing list at the upper right portion of spiritmediumtv.com, and you will be in to win. And I did ask for some people's emails that are waiting in the queue, so if you gave me your email, no need to rejoin the mailing list. Also, if I don't get to you, you might want to consider an actual private session with me. Not a bad idea. It's yours. It's recorded. It's private. And I give you all the attention in the world. I have sessions on sale starting at 15 minutes, which is a very, very good price. So if you're budget conscious, you can gain time with me as well that way. Just go to Spirit Medium TV and you will see, if you go down to number 1 on the page, there's a link to book your own private session at a sale price. This show goes on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time right here on Blog Talk Radio. I also simultaneously cast it to my YouTube channel. Ooh, Laura Mendelson. I never used the name Spirit Medium. I should have, Spirit Medium Laura, but nevertheless I'm there as Laura Mendelson on YouTube, and it's also simultaneously sent out to various social media. Speaking of all that, tomorrow I'm going to be a guest on a radio show. Sandra Champlain, who wrote the book We Don't Die, it's a bestseller, is going to have me on her show at 2 p.m. But I believe it's a recording of the show. I don't believe it's live, but if you do have time tomorrow at 2 p.m., you can search for her channel on YouTube. We Don't Die is the channel, or Sandra Champlain. I'm not quite sure, but if you put her name in, you'll find her channel. That's on YouTube, 2 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. And if that's not when it's being broadcast, simultaneously cast, then you'll hear about when through my newsletter. So if you want to join my newsletter, again, just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and on the upper right, you will have a field there, a form to fill in to join the mailing list. If you'd like to get into the queue to get a reading, hey, you never know, I may get to you. It's area code 347-945-5849. That's area code 347-945-5849, and that's to get in the queue. And also, for a real thrill, you can watch a live video feed of me. Wow, that's really exciting. But some of you may like and enjoy that. And that would be at spiritmediumtv.com, item 2 on that very same page. And also that is simultaneously cast on YouTube and various social media. I have a book out, a couple other books which I haven't gotten to this is all self-published, but sometimes it's the best way. It's on Amazon. It's on manifesting. And the name of the book is Manifesting Magic, The Soul Abundance Law of Attraction Secret. And you can find a link to purchase that book It's in hard copy form as well as Kindle form. You can buy it on Amazon. And of course, the link is on spiritmediumtv.com. Yesterday, I did a lovely trance circle at my home to 9 people. There were 10 registered, but one got sick at the last moment. And it was a delightful experience. Spirit came through with lots of evidence, and it was a hoot. It was a lot of laughing and crying. If you're interested in attending one of these in the future, if you're in the Delray Beach, Southeast Florida area, just go to Spirit Medium TV and you'll see down the page the word attend trance circle, and you'll be able to click through to my meetup and find out the particulars of that. I already mentioned if you want to win a free session, you can join my mailing list at the top of spiritmediumtv.com, and you'll be in to win. It's a monthly contest, which means you're not competing with everybody on my mailing list. You're only competing with those that join during the month you join the mailing list. So you have a good chance to win. It's my way of giving back. It's exciting. spiritmediumtv.com, upper right portion of the screen there. And I already mentioned if you'd like to book a private session, just go to booklaura.com or go to spiritmediumtv.com, item 1 on the page. We'll link you through. Booklaura.com, booklaura.com. Okay, and so we're going to now prepare for the readings or the sessions today. I'd like you all listening to open up your body by uncrossing, open up energetically by uncrossing your arms and legs, allowing yourself to just get really relaxed, breathing from your abdominal area, allowing the energy to flow through your body, breathing in and out. And while you call in your loved ones from spirit, call them in, those that you'd like to speak with, or think about your question today, asking Spirit to help you get it answered. Okay? While you focus on that assignment, I'm going to invoke the Master Prayer silently. I'll be back in a second. Father, Mother, God, beings, eyes, love, and light, please invoke the Master Prayer. I said earlier today for this radio show now. And so it is. Now what I'd like you all to do is on your next exhale of breath, I would like you to transmit your own energy out into your space, and I am going to connect all of us. Okay, and I also want you to know that you will be automatically disconnected at the end of the show, so don't worry about that. Is there anything else I need to say? Nope. No, the only other thing I can say is that we always work in highest love, light, and protected space. So that's why we do prayers. I do prayers, and most psychics and mediums will do that, so that we're always requesting and setting the parameters of how we will work. So I am now going to start a little bit of channeling for group message, and then I will get to the phone lines. Yeah, I feel a little bit dopey today, be honest with you. So please be kind to me, guys. Okay, let's see what we could get here from the channeling. We are here. We are the ones. We have come in this evening to work with all of you through the medium, Laura. We are here to wish you all happiness in your lives, and all of you as well, a great farewell. For we will no longer be working with you through this show any longer. And during the week, Spirit Medium Laura will be connecting with a new guide and a new connection to Spirit, because there will be other lessons that will be coming in. But this evening we do have a message for you, and that message is about change and letting go. As we will be letting go of our connection to you, we also want to remind you of letting go of connections in your own life, letting go of sorrow, letting go of sadness, letting go of situations that no longer serve you. Each of you is always in a constant metamorphosis as you live on the physical plane. There is no moving forward unless there is releasing what once was. So each of you needs to learn how to love the act of letting go and the act of change. Do not hold on any longer to anything in your life that is not working for you. We're going to take a moment to ask each of you to just think about situations in your life. We will be silent for a moment. We would like you to identify those situations that are not serving you or that are causing you some sort of grief or sadness. We will be silent for a moment. One moment, please. Good. And now as you latch on to the idea of this particular thing that is troubling you, we would like you to now take a moment to see it in a positive light. Just think about it, feel it, and release it. You may use the image of having a bird in your hand and opening up your hands to let the bird fly away. We'll be silent for a moment as you do that. Good. Now you have symbolically released the issue or the problem for you. We also would like you to think that these problems are really blessings in disguise. But the only way that you can find the blessing is if you let go of the problem. What we mean by that is if you are fussing and resisting, if you are trying to contain the problem, trying to fix it, or somehow, some way out of alignment with it, out of acceptance with it, out of gratitude for it, if you are not, you will remain fixed on that. The only way to bring in the new is to release the old. Think of the caterpillar who is in its cocoon. It can only become the butterfly through shedding what once was. So we will leave you with that thought today. We may or may not be in next show. We merely meant that earlier as a way to illustrate the idea of letting go and change. Namaste. That was interesting because when they said that, letting go and saying, they were saying goodbye, I was like, what the heck? They didn't tell me this. I had no idea. So at the end, they covered their tracks and said we were merely attempting to explain to you the process of letting go. Okay, so I'm going to go now to the first person that I spoke with earlier, who's Brittany, who's asking for an other side connection. Hey, Brittany, how you doing today, honey?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you for taking my call.
Well,
yay!
Yay! Well, you did your part, which is calling in early, and that's the part you need to do, and you did that very well. So thank you for that. And anybody listening, and anybody listening, if you do want to get in early, it's 15 minutes before the show. This is the secret. 15 minutes before the show, the lines do open up. And the phone number again is 347, hold on, honey, I'll give you the number, 347-945-5849. Okay, so now let's go to you. Okay. And so I feel very strongly. What was that, honey?
No, I do have a question for someone for the other side.
Okay, but I have to try to bring in who's there on the other side. I'm not going to go by who you're asking for.
Okay.
All right. But what I will do is I'm going to let you know what I feel. Okay. And then if you can direct me from there, that's my secret way of, providing evidence, but at the same time offering you a chance to direct me. The only thing I felt so far, very strong, is in the mother figure category. In other words, a mother or an aunt or grandparent or a friend or somebody who's, older than you. It could even be a sister who was enough ages older than you, or a friend older than you enough that it would have something like that. So that's the only thing I feel so far. But just give me a moment, honey, to focus on you, to see if there's anything else popping out energetically. Okay? And if I'm not pulling in and if I'm not pulling in who you want, hold on, honey, because you have something really specific. I want you to open up a lot. thinking of, being relaxed. Yeah, the most I feel is that I only feel very slightly a friend feels like a male that might be in spirit, but I can't really get a handle on that. So if you were to choose directions, I don't feel a father figure. It doesn't mean you don't have any, of course. In spirit, could be a grandparent. I just don't feel that stepping forward. But I feel very strong energy to mother or a female that's a little older than you or older than you. It has that kind of energy. And then very slightly somebody that's more in your peer group who's a reckless kind of person. Do you want to direct me, please, into what direction you're looking for?
Maybe my grandmother gets something to this, because my mom is still on this side. She's still on the earthly plane.
Okay, let me say this again so you can understand what I'm asking you. You said you had a specific question for someone on the other side. So what I interpreted that to mean is you want to talk to somebody specific. Is that correct, honey? Just yes or no? Okay. Now what I'm asking you next is the person you're wanting to speak with in the mother figure category, meaning there's a broad wash there of different kinds of mothers. I will narrow it down, but is that what you're thinking of?
No, it's more my father.
Okay, well, he's not stepping forward. So what I am going to do is I'm going to see if I can pull him in. Okay? Hold on. Okay, because there are mother figures there. Okay, hold on, honey. So maybe that's the male figure I'm feeling, but he feels more like he's youthful. Now, you're pretty young.
That's
How old?
my brother.
Oh, you have a brother in spirit also? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Oh, okay, because that was the peer energy. All right, so we have peer energy male to you. We have females, and I'm going into the area that there's no one stepping forward. I want to see if I can't pull that in for you, honey. Hold on. If not, we'll just have to go with what I do get, love. Okay. So what I see is a man who had dark hair in its original color. I see that it had some wave to it. I don't see him getting gray in the picture that he's giving me. Doesn't mean he didn't. I just don't see that because of what he's showing me. He has a waviness to the hair. There's a receding hairline, not completely bald, just receding or going back so that he has a high forehead. Something very strange about the way he's showing me this image. So I'm going to ask you very early on. I don't usually do so, but did your father have dark hair as its original color, please? Just yes or no, love.
Yes.
Okay. Did it have a little bit of a wave to it, please? Yes or no, please? Just yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Was the hairline receding, please?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, how cute. I could see more of that receding hairline. All right, so we got those things correct. Let's continue. This kind of, he has a furrowed brow, meaning there's wrinkles going from horizontally, not vertically, but back and forth. Some people get that even though he doesn't show he's very old. He also has a bit of a little bit of an olive, or he was out in the sun. He has a little bit of a brownness or very light tan to his skin. He's got big eyes. Okay, big eyes, bushy eyebrows. The eyes look like they're more in the lighter category than darker category, the way he shows them to me. Strong nose. There's there's something about his skin, how to explain this, like as if things are sagging or hanging, or there's a sadness there in his face. There's a lot of problems there with energy, and also feeling like he can't breathe very well, like somebody's got a hand on his chest. But I don't know. You understand that? Okay. Because he's got this heaviness to him, sadness to him, like worn out or something, okay? But you understand the chest. Okay, you understand the chest. Do you understand the eye color? I'm just trying to get the whole thing here. Okay, lighter in coloring. All right, good. All right, and there's also a sense of him having well, you already said that you understand that she has lung problems, but I do see he was a smoker. Do you understand smoking, please?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, I don't see, he's thin in the picture he's giving me. I do see that. I was going to say I don't see his height specifically, but I do see him narrower build or thinner build. Okay. He also says he was a bit of a jock in his youth. He liked sports, and he also likes entertainment. Yeah. He likes entertainment industry. He's a fun kind of guy, sports minded. Yeah. Okay. He also shows me a like a baseball mitt and a baseball. So he liked something to do with softball, baseball, either to watch it or to play it. That might have been one of his most favorite sports, but he shows me that. There's other sports. I don't know if you're aware of all his sports because, you know, you are his daughter, but he also shows me like basketball, you know, as a spectator.
Yes.
Okay. He showed me the guys jumping in their hoops. He says, I miss you, darling. I miss you. Yeah, I miss you, sweetie. He says, I know you miss me. He says, the dog is with him, the family dog. That dog's been gone a while. He says,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a brown colored, caramel colored dog, mid-sized to larger. And it has a shorter kind of fur rather than real long fur, is the kind of dog. And I guess you would call that a lab type. I see a lab type of dog. Was that a family dog, honey? Do you know a lab, honey?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So he's with the dog. He's taking care of the dog. He says everything here is just fine. He says they gave me the right stuff in the hospital. Don't think about that.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if that was your question, but he's saying that they did take care of him correct. Okay. What is your question?
His wife is basically being very mean and vindictive, and she's not. She's basically trying to fight me for my father's assets, but she's not being forthcoming. So I had to get a lawyer, and I just need his help on how to move forward or where to even begin to move forward with this.
Lordy, lordy. Well, he is in spirit, so let's, you know, I don't know what he's going to say about all this. Now, I need to say something, a disclaimer, which is always given at the beginning of the show. All advice needs to be validated by your licensed professionals. But let's see if Dad has an opinion. You know, he's kind of in a different dimension. He says, I am looking in on you. He says, I have been following this story. He says, I know that she's up to something. She doesn't deserve all of this. She feels younger than him, kind of glamorous, and a little bit on the spoiled side. Let's see. So what should you do is your question. Is that correct, honey?
Yes, I mean, I don't know. I have a lawyer, but he's kind of stumped himself because she's being so clever on how to like manipulate the system.
Yeah, well, I do. Okay, so you just want to know from him. So I'm trying to find out right now is what you want to know from him, and because I have to go on to another person. So let's just see if we can give you a quick answer on that, love. And I know it's extremely important to you, but I just want to get to the point. Hold on. Okay, Dad, what do you think she can do about this, love? She can take her time with it and stall. There's going to be a problem in the way she effectuates the will or tries to execute the will. But what you can do right now is stall. Okay, so what he's saying is to stall, and there might be a way, maybe by making a claim on the assets or putting a lien on something where you can stall, because there will be a problem on her end. This is what he's saying, honey. So there is hope, according to Dad.
Okay, great.
All right, sweetie. Thank you so much for calling in, honey. Thank you, love. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, honey.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, love. Okay, let's put her back in the queue. I'm going to go to Tony, who called earlier today. Let's see if I can find him waiting in the queue. Tony. There he is. He called very early today. Hey, Tony.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing great, honey. Thank you so much. So let's, I know who Tony is trying to connect with because that was accidentally revealed earlier today. Let me just see what we get here. Hold on. Okay, now I've unfortunately, or maybe this is fortunately, but since earlier today I have imprinted in my mind a picture of a particular woman. So let's just go with that for the moment because this is still what I see. She's on the she's on the more petite side, but she's carrying, she's a little bit more full-figured, if you will. At least this is what she's showing me. And she's got she's like roundness to her body, you know, a little bit chubby maybe. She also has dark hair, and now, of course, the hair can change as they get older. This is just one picture she's giving me. The hair is short around the face, but not terribly short. It's a medium to shorter kind of style. It's very dark. It could almost be black, is the hair. She's got even features, full lip, nice nose, fits her face. Not a hook nose, but more one that comes up a little bit towards the edge. The nose is, the tip is round and refined, and the nostrils are refined. Now, from the broad stroke of this, honey, does this sound like Mom or anybody that you would know, please?
It sounds like Mom, yes.
Okay. She also shows that she has little tiny, on her, a browner complexion or an olive complexion, little tiny little dots or freckles in the cheek area, almost like a beauty mark or something like that. Do you know that on Mom's face, please?
It's on her forehead.
On her forehead? Okay, fine. Yeah. She shows it on her
Yeah.
cheek, but that's close enough. Thank you very much. She says, my son, I love you so much. There's going to be more evidence before we go to personal message. 1 second, please, as she tries to reveal to me what it is that's, the other things about herself. Okay, hold on. I love you very much. I'm sorry that it had to come to this way of doing things. In other words, me in spirit and you on earth. She says, I give you big hugs and kisses. I make one of your favorite dishes for you. It seems to be something like a South American food or something like that. I'm sorry if this isn't something you understand, but what she's saying is yucca, Y-U-C-C-A, something like that. Did you ever eat that, honey? Is that something you like to eat?
Yes.
She says, I'm sad. So she's giving me her evidence in a little different way. I make your favorite yucca dish. You loved it so much. I give that to you as my symbol of love. Big hugs, big kisses. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. Yeah, seems to be another male with her in spirit. And it's like maybe you had a sibling. You have a sibling in spirit that's male, please.
I know she lost a baby before I was born.
That's what she's saying. It's something, I was going to say it was something like that before you were born. And I believe it's a brother, or it would have been a brother. Okay, so she's giving you that evidence, okay? She says okay. Yeah, she's going on with the schooling. You're such a good boy with the books. She says she must like to do this on earth because right now she's got a hand on your cheek and she's giving you a pinch that would kill somebody. So strong, like, oh, she so loves you so much and she can't give you enough hugs and kisses and loves, and so proud of you, the hard work you put in for that. She calls it a degree, although I know you didn't go to finish your degree yet, but she's saying that she calls it a degree. See, there's also a father figure there in spirit, could be grandpa or your father, but she says your father is with her also. So I don't know if that has any significance to you. See if there's anything else she wants to say. Okay, one of the most important things is the food right now. Okay, and she wants you to keep cooking for yourself and not give up your meals. Okay, don't let that go to fallow.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, she's so worried that you eat right because she's not going to be there anymore to be cooking for you.
And that was, I mean, food was centered around our world, basically, just eating healthy organics and good foods. And so, yeah, that was the main thing that we shared.
Okay, so she wants you to carry on for her so that she feels good for you. She's going to be upset if you're upset. See, she's going to be upset if you're not thriving. So as I know a little bit about your situation. I know what you're going through right now, and it's normal to grieve. And everybody listening, this is all about grief. It's normal to grieve. It's normal to be sad, but you also need to take time to care for yourself because mommy is asking you to do so. So you'll have to try to find that little balance and do it for her. There's one is I just feel like I need to say a few more things that from her. So let me just see what else, and then I will let you go. And hold on, let me see, Mama. Please take care of yourself. She keeps going on about that. She's almost crying about it. I think that she might have been saying that towards the end of her life too, to you. In other words, holding your hand and looking at you as she's, disintegrating and saying, you take care of yourself. You take care of yourself for me. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. And also she's saying, let me go. Please let me go. This is as she's just transitioning. Okay, during the transition process she's giving me some shared memories, and I also feel in the chest area there's something wrong there physically that was taking its toll on her. I feel a lot of I don't know, almost as if right in the center of the chest they carved her out, or something's going on in that area. Does that make sense to you, please, honey?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's very painful for her. She wants you to know it's such a relief to not have that pain, all of that pain anymore, and that she's fine. She's absolutely fine. She's with God. She's with her, she says, abuelo, abuela, I guess grandfather, grandmother, but abuelo was the first thing she said, which isn't that grandfather, honey, in Spanish?
Abuelo? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so she's with her grandfather, or maybe your grandfather. See?
My grandfather.
Yeah. She's saying that. She says, I love you so much, but you have to let go now, sweetheart, she says. So those were the things I was waiting for because I felt that there was more to come. Is there anything else, Mommy, you want to say, honey? There's a couple of more things. Hold on. I keep feeling an M name as well. Today's my name for M names, like a Mary or a Magdalene or something like that. There's a Mar in there, M-A-R name. I don't know whose name that is, but I just want to say that to you. Does that you recognize that name at all, honey? Could also be Maribel or something.
Yes.
Okay. And that's a family, that's somebody before Mom, actually. It's an ancestor before Mom, she says, but my name is not like that, she says. And thank you, she says, Tony, to recognize that name, because that was a rough one for you to remember. This is what she's saying. She says, you had to really dig in, didn't you, on that one? She says, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. I love you so much. And now she presents a pet to me that is, I think, in spirit with her. It's like a cat. Somebody in the family had a cat that is in spirit with her.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that cat? All right. I think that was your cat, right, honey? It was your cat?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like
I love them so much.
Yeah. The cat is has a gray, white, and some tiger kind of thing. The fur is a little longer. This is what I see. Do you recognize that for your cat, honey? Did you hear what I said? That's in other words, I see a gray and black and white fur that's a little longer, and some of the gray fur has these lines going through it like a tiger print to the gray. That's the kind of cat I see. Is that correct for the cat?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You sound like you're, you need to take a break now. So I'm going to let you go, sweetheart. You have a lot to think about. This is all recorded, and if you'd like a private session, we can have one now. Okay, sweetheart?
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, and lots of love.
Okay, honey. Same to you, honey. Thank you so much for calling. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, he just lost his mother a short time ago, and I was not sure if I would be able to bring her in, but I'm glad that she was able to come in. Thank you, Mom. Okay, so now we're going to go to a life question. Just to take a break from that, I do have a lot of other side people here waiting. Maybe I'll need to do the other side. No, I will take one life question, and then I'll go back to the other side. Regina, honey. Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, sweetie. Just give me your question, love, okay? Don't give me a lot of background, love.
Oh, okay. I just want to see whenever you pick up for me for love or starting a relationship or dating this year.
Sure. And would it be fair to say you don't have anybody now, rather than me go out and try to get spirit to answer that?
Exactly.
Okay, honey.
Yeah.
Let me see. Is it because sometimes people ask that question, but they have a secret. The secret is there's somebody from the past, but you'd be surprised. But I didn't want to bother with that. I didn't want to bother going there. I just wanted you to tell me. Okay, so is somebody coming in for Regina already? Okay, hold on. Is somebody coming in for Regina? Yes or no, spirits? Yeah, you're going to have somebody soon. You're not that hard to fix. You're not that hard to find somebody. You're not that hard, not that difficult for you. You do have a lot of opportunity. You have had a lot of people come through your life. That's kind of the issue. Will one stick with you finally? Because you've had a lot of transiency, if you will. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, well, you meet a lot of You meet a lot of guys. You're very popular. Have this and that. This one and that one. But now you want a little bit of permanent stability. Somebody who can stick with you for a little bit longer. I also pick up the name Robert. I don't know if that's somebody from the past that you might know or somebody new coming in. But the name Robert comes in for you. You will be finding. Okay, you will be finding a lot of change in your life soon as well. They mean by that you may be moving. Okay, so that's going to change everything for you, including finding someone new. Now, do you know the Robert I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, well, then it's somebody new. And I also feel a lot of transiency in yourself, like as if you're going to move. It doesn't have to be to another city, but it may be moving from the home you're in right now, the apartment or the house you're in now. And this will open up a whole new gamut of opportunities because you will be in a place where there's more ability to meet people. Why are they saying that? Because you've had a lot of people you've met.
Well, I just recently divorced.
Oh, okay. Did you move yet?
No, I kept the house.
You kept the house. Okay.
Mhm.
Are you thinking of moving, honey?
If God wants me to move, hey, I'll move.
If who
I
wants?
won't fight it.
Well, I just want. Let me say it to you this way. I feel a lot of newness. Maybe it's because you just got divorced and you're going to start a whole new life. But why would I also felt that it's not that hard for you to meet people? I guess because you're pretty and maybe there's some guys flirting with you through the divorce process. But you didn't like any of them anyway, and you probably weren't ready. But what I feel is right. Okay. So I feel that the move then is just the newness. And maybe you might physically move, literally move, but maybe it's just the move from the marriage to the new lifestyle. But there will be somebody coming in, 3 to 6 months, somebody who's going to be with you that's named, it looks like the name Robert comes in, and there'll be less transiency in your life. Keep doing what you're doing. Wait a minute, they're telling me something about doing what you're doing is not what I expected. One second. Doing what you're doing. Okay, you're doing a lot of healing. You must be, they're saying reading books on healing or letting go of the past or studying that subject. You must be doing a lot of work on yourself. Maybe not to make the same mistake twice or whatever it is, but right? Keep doing.
Yes, letting go a lot of old stuff and baggage and garbage and trash, and I'm cleaning house.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm picking up stuff that was that was accumulated stuff, and I just need to let all that energy out.
Okay, all right.
Out.
There, perfect. Okay, well, that's perfect. And so you're doing all that you need to do, studying yourself. They said reading books. You might read a couple of books or going to counseling or whatever it is, but you're learning a lot. And that feeling of transiency and moving is just moving stuff out of the house because I don't feel you literally need to go anywhere. It's like you just need to change a lot of what's going on energetically around you. And you're doing a good job with that, sweetheart. So 3 to 6 months, and the name Robert comes in. Okay, honey?
Robert. Okay, so thank you.
You're welcome, love. Bye. Okay, I'm going to go to one other side connection, who would be Evelyn, who's been waiting a while. Yeah, she's been waiting the longest. Hey, Evelyn, how are you, sweetheart?
I'm doing great, thank you. I'm actually fascinated with all the information you were able to give the gentleman about his mom. That was really nice.
Yeah. It's interesting, but Spirit, you're an antenna for me or whoever I work with, and that person, Tony, is he's pretty psychic, so it's easier. And his mother was a very good communicator. But yeah, it was very interesting. That was a very sweet connection, very lovely connection. Okay, so let me just tune in on you, honey, energetically, Evelyn, and see what we've got for you, love. Okay? So
Okay.
I feel more of a,
Thank you.
yeah, I feel more of a male to you, honey. Is that who you're, like a father figure, or it could be even a spousal figure, but he also has a seniority kind of energy to him. Is that what you're looking for, honey?
Not a male figure, but not a seniority figure.
You're looking for a male, but not older than you.
Yes.
Okay. So he would be a spousal figure or a boyfriend or a brother or somebody in a peer group to you. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay. But he is a father, isn't he? Of somebody.
No.
Not at all. Okay.
No.
Hold on. Let me go to this person. This is your love. Hold on. Okay, this male is here. He's standing here before me. I'm trying to pull him in. I do feel slenderness of physique. I only see sort of like a dim outline so far. Let's see what else he wants to give me. Oh, okay. Now, I hope that this doesn't sound like a cliche, but I also feel in his chest something is bothering him there. I don't know if it's an illness. I don't know if it's an accident yet. I just feel the chest area is bothering me. Excuse me?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes, it's fine.
Okay. And highly intelligent person. I see, he's only giving me an outline. Honey, you got to give me more. I'm talking to him. Okay, got to see you, hear you, feel you, know you, sweetie. Okay, very intelligent. This person's very articulate, very intelligent, and on a more educated side. For some reason, in the outline he's giving me of himself, he shows the hair is looks like it's got a lot of wave to it, but it's narrower towards the ears and the the sides of the head, and on top it's sort of a little longer, but it's almost a little bit squared on top. I don't know why I would see that with a waviness to it. Does that make any sense to you, please?
Not the waviness part, but he was very intelligent. The rest and the slender and being smart, yeah.
Okay. And so that's fine. It was the hair cut a little bit straight across the top and then narrower towards the ears and all that. At least we'll talk about that a little bit. It's like as if he's got a, I don't know, it looks like it's a little, okay, I'll put you this way, longer on top, narrower on the sides towards the ears and the back. That's the way the hair looks. I only got an outline so far. Okay. Okay. His face is on the narrower side. He has a strong nose, strong lips. Okay, he goes about the fairly articulate again, kind of modest because you're a lot more articulate than that, my love. I'm talking to him. There's something in the chest area. I already mentioned that too, but it seems to be moving towards the heart. And I also hear heart issues. Do you understand heart issues for this person, please?
No, I don't understand heart issues.
Okay. Do you understand lungs then? Do you understand the chest area, please, in any way?
No.
Okay, let's let that go. His breathing difficulties towards the end of his life, he will not let go of that. He was like a little dog with the bone. So he's saying that again. So if he was in an accident or if he had an illness, there's something going on in the chest area. So I'll just say that, leave that with you. Maybe more will be revealed as we move forward. He seems to have lighter eyes. I see glasses there. Do you understand the eyes lighter? Correct. Okay, good. And glasses, very educated, very articulate. Feels like he has a position or education and or work in a field that has to do with helping people, but heal or in medical profession. Do you understand medicine for this person, please?
Not medicine.
But a healer of sorts.
Not entirely.
Okay, that's fine. Now, the healer, taken more broadly, could mean it could mean that he's a counselor, or it could mean that he's advising people and helping them in some way and healing parts of them. Maybe not directly as a doctor, but even a lawyer at some points can be taken as a healer. So I'll leave that open-ended as well. Okay, darling? Okay. We'll leave that open. He's on the slender side, a little bit of his stomach, but nothing really to write home about. See what he wants to talk about. His gastrointestinal issues. He has problems with his health. There's not an easy way out of this. Okay, these are kind of words. He's showing me his stomach and his abdominal areas if there's something going on there. Does that make any sense to you, please?
Well, no, he passed away recently. It
Okay.
had nothing to do with his health.
Okay. All right. Now, if he were in an accident, okay, of any sort, these things might have been involved. So I'll just leave that, okay?
Okay.
All right, because he shows me this very carefully and very clearly. He also says that he did have gastrointestinal issues for most of his life. Like he might have had poor digestion and or intestinal issues. Now, that's not to do with his passing, perhaps, but do you know that, please? Yes or no?
I'm not really sure. He never told me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Possible.
this is something he's saying. I wonder why he would say that if you didn't know, but maybe it can be something to look up later on, which would give you additional evidence. Okay. Now I'm going to see if he wants to reveal anything else. Okay. Now, he's saying something about a grave site. Now, if he were cremated, he might still have a grave site. If he were buried, certainly has a grave site. Does he have a grave site that you know about, please? Just that so far, please.
Yes.
Okay. There's something that you left for him at the grave site. He knows about that. Did you leave something by the grave site for him, please?
Yes.
Okay. He's very happy with that. He says that it helped bring him home. In other words, it helped release him energetically from the earth plane. It was like something like your, I don't know, just your well wish or your farewell wish, He says that gave him his send off finally. He was released to spirit. He said before you did that, he was sort of hanging around, wavering around, waiting for you to let go. That was your symbolic letting go. And he's very happy that you did that. Does that make sense to you, Evelyn, honey?
Yes.
Yeah. Very sorry. I'm very sorry for your loss. But he knows about that, and that's the best he can do for saying more through me. I'm just going to double check on that because he doesn't seem to want to talk about his passing specifically. So I'm going to go back to him one more time and see if he will open up that for us. If not, I'll just continue with the personal message, which is also evidential. So let me just see something here. There's a PH name or an F name, but I see the name Phil as well, so I just want to send that to you. I don't know who that is. Hold on. White alabaster. There's something about white alabaster and keychain he talks about. I have no idea what that means. That's something that you've left for him or gave to him. I have no idea, honey. Does that make sense to you in any way? White alabaster. White alabaster. White alabaster. Alabaster would be like something white, like what do they call that? Like
a flower?
It could be a flower, but he's saying the word alabaster, which is usually like a statue, and it's white. It would be made of alabaster is usually like marble or stone or something like that. Did you leave him a white flower or stone or something like that, honey?
Just recently, the last time I saw him, a really beautiful white flower, a long one, but it was not an alabaster.
Was it a real flower or was it like a statue of a flower?
No, it was a real one.
Oh, okay. Well, forget about that. Something about a white alabaster, that would be like a marble or white, and I don't know what that means. So I'm just going to leave that with you because he's not giving me context just now. But let me just see now. Hold on. I'm trying to pull something out of him. So I'm going to be silent for a moment and then I will move on. Hold on. I just want to see if he'll give me this. Just let her know it's too painful to talk about his transition. He doesn't want to talk about how he passed. Okay?
Okay.
All right, not right now. He says there'll be another time in the future where he'll come in and he will speak about that. Either privately with me if you decide to do that or on the show. He says, but it's too traumatic for you right now to talk about that. So he doesn't want to talk about it right now. He says, leave that sealed for now. He's grateful for the time that you had together on Earth with him. He says it's part of your life plan and his that he would have transitioned so early. It's left you with a lot of doubts about your own life, questions about yourself that you need to answer, but it's all part of your growth. He's pleased to be part of that growth, and he would like to say to you, and I know this is hard, Evelyn, but he would like to say to you, he's pleased that you had the time with him on earth, and that he's pleased that he's able to give you this opportunity for growth and self-healing. And I know that sounds odd because you're right in the middle of a loss, but that's how he's looking at it, maybe trying to be a little bit positive about it. So I will leave you with that thought, my dear.
Okay.
All right, honey.
Yeah.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to try to find a live question. There's Deb. Hello, Deb, honey. Just give me your question, darling. Hi. Just give me your question, love.
Okay, I'm wanting to move, and I'm thinking about buying a condo that I looked at today, and I'm wanting to see if you see it going through for me.
Okay. I'm not finding it to be the right one. There's something there. You might get approved, for the contract, but there might be a problem in passing inspection. And I believe there's water damage in the home, and or mold. And
You're very good because they did disclose that they had to take care of the pipes, the water. They had frozen pipes.
Okay, now listen to me. There's a lot of mold from that. There's a lot of mold from that. And they haven't completely cleared it up. So if you haven't, I do feel your offer will be negotiated and then accepted. But I really want you to be very careful and with the inspection, and have it looked at for this water damage and or mold that goes along with it, or whatever whatever's around that, because I feel that it was not, there was still a leak afterwards, and maybe they weren't even aware of it. And so it's like a damage there. I see wood floors, and I also see some staining on the floors. I don't know if that's left there or if that was from before when it happened. There is a bit of cover-up. So even though they've disclosed, there's something they're hiding about this. So you got to get a very snoopy, very, very thorough inspector. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. And then maybe you can negotiate out of that. But I feel there's something still outstanding in the water damage. Okay?
Well, I won't move on that one. Do you see another one in that same location coming about?
Is it in the same? I think you're wanting to be right in that development, like the same building or something. You got to be a little more flexible. There are a few other places that will be coming available in the near future. There is one now. Okay. There is one now that is available, but it's not really what you want. It's a little too small for you, and it's not on the right floors. Like, I don't know, first floor or basement or something. It's got this lowness to it. But there will be one or two more coming available. I'm not saying the one that you're looking for now is unacceptable, but I have a feeling it will be, because I don't think the people will acknowledge what was found, and there might be some disagreement about that. So that's the issue.
Okay.
Okay, honey?
Awesome. Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye.
Namaste.
Namaste, honey.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, love. Bye. Okay, so we have a couple of minutes left. Let's see what we could do in those few moments remaining. I will go to Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. How are you, honey?
I'm so grateful you picked me. Thank you.
Oh, well, you called in early enough, sweetheart. So that's why. I mean, I had a chance to pre-screen you. Now, don't tell me what you're gonna. I don't want to know who you're asking for, if that's what you're about to say.
Okay, I won't.
Because we're supposed to let spirit prove itself. I'm trying to do ethical mediumship, which means that I'm going to tell you what I see, because I'm trying to let spirit prove itself. And what I think I already felt this for you before. I don't know if I wrote it down or not, but there's somebody that had a mother figure to her, and I felt it very strongly. It was a female. All right, let me just tune in on your energy, sweetheart. Oh God, now I have an echo. Throws me off. Okay, let me just tune in on your energy, honey. This is 215, Jennifer. Are you in California, honey?
I wish.
Where's 215? Is that Philly?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why all of a sudden I hear something about California, so that's something interesting. Maybe you'll be hearing about that soon or whatever. Hold on. Let me just go to who's with you in spirit. Jennifer. Mother. Okay, I do feel more in the mother category, although I'm not getting the strongest whack on the head from it. Are you wanting me to go in that direction, sweetheart, mother? Because I'm not feeling anything else. Yes? Okay, good. Let me just continue with that. There was something this female is trying to show me. I wonder why she would show me hair like that. Okay. This is going to sound really strange, but the strangest things are usually the most meaningful. I think she's trying to show me something about the ethnic heritage, and it's something to your ethnic heritage and something to do with the clothing, almost like a native costume or something. But what she's showing me is a woman with her hair up in these little pigtails, but they're rolled into these buns, like up on the head, which would be like a Polish or German, and then with like a little bit of a gown, one of those dresses on with the white apron, and like a peasant dress or something. Does this make any sense to you, sweetheart?
Well, I mean, I know that when you cross over, you look more how you did when you were younger, and she was very hippie-ish, and she did wear long braided hair, and she would wear her hair up to very long hair.
I should wear it up.
And
is there any
houses that were white and flowy and?
Okay, well, let me just say this is not what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is something almost representative of like an ethnic background. So are you of Germanic or Eastern European background, please? Yes or no?
No, not on her side.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. If you're reaching out to you might be reaching out to my grandmother.
No, I have no.
Mom.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to clear what's coming in. So, if there's Germanic and Eastern European background then in a part of the family. Yeah. Okay, that's all I'm seeing. So that might be somebody saying that from spirit. I don't know who yet. And it may be your grandma on your father's side, and maybe that's the precursor to bring in your mom. Now, the show is going to end in a moment, so I'll stay with you. Even though we'll be recorded on YouTube. But I also want to say to everybody listening that if you would like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com. I'm having a sale. Sessions start at 15 minutes. And if you'd like to be in to win a free reading, just go to spiritmediumtv.com and join the mailing list there on the upper right. Okay. So we have Germanic background. We've got that transmission. Okay, so now you already painted some ideas in my head about your mom. So now I see that, and it's hard for me to wash it out, but I'll go with it. Excuse me. So what I see is a woman with long hair. She might have worn bangs at some time. Okay, so I see the long hair, the hippie type. I also see in the childhood time, as you already said, with pigtails. I think you might have had pigtails also when you were young, or she might have put your hair like that. And she also braided your hair, and she gave you bangs. You had bangs when you were a child. I think she's trying to show me you, not her right now. Did you ever wear bangs and have pigtails, honey, when you were a child?
90 seconds.
Sure did.
Okay, sweetie. So she's showing me that. You're skipping around, you're playing. She's saying, my little beautiful daughter, showing me when you're missing your front teeth, all these things. She's almost going back in time a little bit there. Now she was, okay, you want to go to yourself, Mom, please? Okay, so now I see a woman who's like rather angular in build, thin, on the thinner side. I don't know what age she's showing me. I think it's when she's younger, and I think it's when she's your mom. Yeah. Of course, she's your mom.
60
but
seconds.
The times that she's taking care of you when you're a child, and you have your long hair, you're about 7 or 8 or something like that. She's there. She's got her long hair. She's real thin in this particular image. Was Mom thinner when she was younger, please? Okay, very slender, really slender. She also smokes a little bit there in this image, and I have no idea if it's pot or cigarettes or what it is, but it's a little bit of smoking going on there. She liked the music and all that. She says you and her were good friends. It was more than mom daughters. She believed in raising you in a freer style of talking to you and really treating you like you were an adult before you were an adult. She says it helped you mature and become very sophisticated at an early age. She's very proud of what she did with you. Very proud of the way she raised you. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Okay, now I'm going to try to pull in evidence towards her passing and all that if she wants to talk about it. Hold on. Oh, okay. She's saying Carly Simon was her favorite as an artist. I don't know if you know that or not. Do you know that, honey? Yeah, she loved Carly Simon was her favorite. She said she used to listen to her all the time. She does look like there was a time in her life, honey, when she might, you know how the hippies were very much into drugs and alcohol and all that. I see her drinking out of a jar, actually. Sometimes, people would use a jar to drink, fluids that might have been alcohol or whatever. She liked all that stuff. It wasn't bad or anything. I don't see her as terribly bad. Or maybe she's not revealing as terribly bad. Now, I'm moving into the future, trying to get her more current. But you're pretty young, aren't you, hon? How old are you, love?
Yeah, I'm 39.
Okay, you're 39. Okay. I see these thin legs. I see big fluffy what do you call them? Slippers right now on her legs, on her feet. Her legs are thin. She's moping around the house. She's got a big she's got a big joint and a jar, and she's drinking alcohol out of that. And she's drinking vodka. Did your mother have a problem there with alcohol, honey?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, because she's insisting on not letting go of it easily. She says, "I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry I let you down. I tried to do the best I could with you." She also gives me the impression that she kind of raised you on her own. Is that correct, please?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of stability there, and she's alone with you. She did the best she could. She liked her drugs and alcohol. She didn't think it was bad. She thought it was fine, and she kept up with it for longer than she should have. That was one of the things that was the worst about her.
Yeah.
Hold on. She's going to give me exactly what happened. Oh my God. I'm sorry. She's hitting me. Had a lot to do with her transition. Do you understand that, honey?
Yeah.
She's sorry, very sorry. She wants to know it was peaceful. Very peaceful. But all of a sudden, the lights went out. She's sorry because she left you like that. She never gave you the right example that she could have given you. But she wants to give it to you now, sweetie. She wants to give it to you now, okay? Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that stuff. She says, in a way, oh goodness, in a way, you won't ever do that stuff because you know what it is. And that's one of the benefits, she says, although it's a very crooked way to say it. She's admitting that it's not the right way to make example to your daughter, but you're clean and you'll never do any of that. She's very proud of you, sweetie, for the man you have in your life and the solid life you're living. You learned how to take care of yourself on your own at a very young age. Very young age. She says, and unfortunately, it was because of her own inability to really properly mother you or parent you. She had her own issues growing up, and that carried through to her own life. But she says, on the good side of it, you are a beautiful person. You learn so much about life, and you're so responsible, and you take such good care of yourself and your family. It feels like you have a child, too. Is that correct, love?
Dog.
Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah, you take good. Well, you take great care of your family, and she's very proud of you. She's sorry. She's saying very sorry. She sends you big hugs, big kisses, and loves you so much, Jennifer.
Awesome.
Yeah, sweetheart. Thank you so much for calling in. God bless.
For
You're
reaching
welcome.
out to her.
Sure. Thank you, love. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye, honey. Okay, we're at the end of our time together. We're doing this again on Wednesday at 1 p.m. I want to thank you all so much for giving me the opportunity to be of service. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.